Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Maybe I should back down the driveway before I start talking. Can you see me? I don't know how good this looks, but as long as you can hear me, I guess. Hold on, let me pull out. I should have thought this through better. So we're obviously in a different setting today because I figured I'd take you on this journey with me. Over the next couple of days, I am probably going to go to the most important appointments of my life. And that's going to sound dramatic. It probably is dramatic. But right now, I am on my way to get my eyebrows waxed. And that may not sound important to you, but if you know me at all, my eyebrows are crazy. I go get them waxed every 2 weeks because I have to. But it's the first step to like making sure I am camera ready. Because on Wednesday, it's currently Monday, on Wednesday, I am going to get my headshots taken. So this is just like one of the first appointments, and I figured I'd take you with me. Not that you care, but I kind of wanted to vlog my experience a little bit with this acting journey. I figured I would take you on this experience with me a little bit and walk you through what steps I am taking to try and become an actor. And if anybody else out there, like, I feel like there's a lot of people that their dream is to like be an actor and they just don't know what to do and what steps to take. So I'm going to take you through my steps. First, I got to work on how I look. So like I said, I'm going to get my eyebrows waxed. On Wednesday, I'm going to get my hair done because I've had gray hair since I was 13 years old and I've had to dye my hair for, 10 years? I've been dyeing my hair for 10 years because I just naturally have gray hair. I don't know what that's about. It's probably genetic, probably stress. And then that afternoon, I'm getting my headshots taken. And because my hair and makeup will be done for the pictures, I'm also going to be filming some more scenes for my demo reel that I'm going to be sending to an agency. And I think later on, right now it's just going to be the aesthetics that I'm going to talk about. And later on, I'll show you more of what I'm doing and how I'm putting together a cold email. I think cold email is a term for any industry, but I have been doing some research and I found out that what I'm doing is cold emailing agencies because they did not seek me out. My email is unsolicited from them, and I'm just gonna reach out to people until somebody gets back to me and somebody hopefully wants to work with me and represent me. So I figured I'd take you through that journey. It's very different. I know my channel is mostly makeup, but hey, life's crazy and it's gonna take you a bunch of different ways. Oh, these are my dice. I didn't realize how prominent my dice were in the shot because I'm driving and not looking at the camera. But these are my dice. I've had them ever since I started driving. As you can see, there's like Mickey heads on them, so that's cute. We actually used these dice in my production of Grease that I was in. We used them like for the car mirror in Grease, which is kind of cool. So like I kind of wanted to keep them, even though I think I've outgrown them and I've been wanting to get rid of them for so long. I like can't bring myself to get rid of them because I don't know, Grease was one of my favorite shows. It was one of my first leads and I feel like it's just symbolic. I have some of my demo reel made up and I've reshot things and I've looked up new things to shoot and I'm just like not completely happy with how it's turning out. And I figured like this is a demo reel that I have complete control over, so why submit something I'm not happy with? Like I have so many chances to like keep redoing it until I'm happy with it, so why not keep doing that? But I'm doing monologues because I have no experience to show them in my demo reel, so I'm doing completely like self-tapings. And I figured, let's do monologues because I don't really have anyone to help me read scripts, but the monologues like feel forced in my opinion because you're not supposed to do well-known things. Like I can't do a monologue from like an Oscar-winning movie. They're gonna know, like, I don't know. I just heard and I agree with that it's frowned upon to do monologues from popular projects. Some of the websites that I'm a part of, like they give you monologues that are lesser known, but I just feel like it feels forced. but I want to try and find a scene to make it more natural, like I'm talking to somebody. That's what the monologues feel like I'm reading a passage from a book, but I want it to feel more natural than that. Oh my god, I'm slipping. How long was it like that? Oh god. Oh my god, this is where I see the cute crossing guard. Oh my god. Oh my god, did he hear me? Oh my god, did he hear me? He looked right at me. Oh my god, that's so embarrassing. There's a cute crossing guard, and I don't know why. It's like not even 11 o'clock in the morning. Like, school's not out yet. I don't know why he's there. I don't know. These are probably really distracting, and I'm sorry, but I don't know. I'm not gonna move them. Okay. Like, it's really weird. Like, there's a movie theater in the strip mall, and like the big sign like that says all the movies is like movies from the beginning of 2020, because they haven't updated it because the movie theater's not like working. Like, what is it? Onward, Invisible Man, The Way Back. Like, what? That's so weird. Okay, we are here. Stop number 1, eyebrows. Okay, eyebrows are done. I hope you can tell. They probably look the same to you, but I know that there's a difference. But next, I will see you guys again on Wednesday. Well, my Wednesday. You're going to see me on a Tuesday. But I'll see you guys in a couple days before I get my hair done. That's the next step, hair. I'm going to try and do like a montage, I think, because I don't know if I can like film in there. I'll see you when I get my hair done. Okay, so I did just get my hair done. I'm the worst at vlogging because I forgot to vlog it, but I have a couple clips that I'm gonna literally 2-second 2 clips. This is my hair, and there's no more grays, so we look really cute, and we are all ready. This is my makeup. We're all ready for the photo shoot. I'm just wearing a plain black t-shirt, and I'm wearing gray like work pants just because I felt like it looked nice all together, because I do have to take a full body shot as well. And I have like these little black like shoes with the tiniest bit of heel, but they're not flats, just to like look nice, because you don't want to give yourself too much additional height, because you're telling them your height and you want it to look accurate. The photographer should be here in like 10 minutes, and I made it back just in time to like touch up my face because I had to wear a mask like during my hair, and I will hopefully get some clips during the shoot, so stay tuned for that too. Okay, so I figured I would do a quick get ready with me. I'll probably cut a lot of this out because I just wanted to talk about the rest of the process. So the other day I did have my headshots, and I think they went really well. She showed me a couple of them on her camera, and they came out so nice. So I'm just waiting for them to send them back to me, because I don't know if they I don't think they touch it up that much because it's supposed to like look like you. I'm just waiting to get those back. And I wanted to talk about a little bit the rest of the process that I'm gonna do. I don't know if exactly what I'm doing is 100% correct. I'm going based off of research that I've done and just like what I've seen like other people do. Like, I've tried to find a lot of YouTube videos of people going through a similar process as me, and I found a lot of those really helpful. Now that I'm waiting on my headshots, the next part is that I have my cover letter drafted that I'm gonna send to this agency I found, which is certified by SAG-AFTRA, which is kind of important. And when I found them originally through a Backstage article, I didn't realize that they were SAG-AFTRA approved. And I heard someone in a YouTube video talk about agencies being approved by them, so I double checked, and they are, which is great because this agency was ranked one of the #1 agencies for beginners, which is really exciting. So I'm gonna make like a mental checklist. I have my cover letter ready to send to them. I'm waiting back on my headshots. I need to just go over and edit my acting resume, because obviously your acting resume is going to be different than any other professional resume. And then I have been filming and refilming clips from my demo reel. After I edit this video, I'm going to edit all that stuff together. So I'm going to talk about my demo reel a little bit. Now, I have no prior professional acting experience. So what I found is that you can do a series of self-tapings if you don't have clips from other projects that you have done professionally, which can either be monologues that you find. You can Google monologues for audition or sides for auditions. It'll bring you to a bunch of different like theater or acting websites that you can get your stuff from. So I picked a couple monologues and I picked a couple of scripts from unknown projects, and one of them was actually a known project and I didn't realize it, but it's part of this whole website that was approved by another website. I don't know. There's a lot of guessing, I feel like. But as long as you have something to show them, I don't think it's gonna matter. The only thing I would stay away from is like really well-known Oscar-winning projects. So I think I'm gonna include, I'm trying to think. I have a scene from a show and it shows more of a comedic side. I have a monologue that I really like, and that is very much like on the dramatic side. And then I have a couple of other things I can pick from. I want to include at least 3 clips, but you also don't want your demo reel to be too long. I believe demo reels are only supposed to be like 2 minutes, maybe like max 3, because these agents aren't going to want to watch anything too long. Same with the cover letter. Like I read in one of the articles, it was a casting director talking about her experience with cold emails, and she got an email and it looked like pages long and she just deleted it because she didn't have time to read that. So cover letter short, demo reel short, and I believe that's it. So you include at least one headshot and full body shot, the demo reel, the resume, and the cover letter. So once I have all of that together, I'm gonna start emailing and see if I get any responses. Also, in the meantime, I'm still on the website called Backstage, which is for union, non-union, represented, non-represented actors. And they post projects, whether it's student films, indie films, or even big projects like Netflix or HBO. They post casting calls, and anyone, if you have a membership, can apply for these casting calls. So I'm currently in communication with one show, and I'm gonna send them an audition tape, and I'm really excited about that. So I believe that's it for like my full process right now. As long as you have those things that I mentioned, and you can find templates for any of these things, whether it's the cover letter, resume, or the demo reels. Like you can find templates for them online, which is like what I did. And when I email this agency, I'm just starting with one because they seemed, I know this sounds stupid, but they seemed nice. So even if they don't want to work with me, maybe they'll just respond in general. And I don't know, I guess from there, I will reach out to more places. Fingers crossed these agents get back to me and want to meet. And I think that would be the next thing. If they even answer, and hypothetically they're interested, the next thing we would do is have a meeting. And I would go to their office in New York and see what's going on, I guess. I feel like with this stuff, if you're serious about it, you have to be patient, first of all, and you have to just take it step by step. Like, at first, when I was talking with my family about headshots, I was like, oh, I'll just like try and do it as best as I can on my phone. And my family was like, no, if you're gonna do this, do it right. And we called a studio. Because of COVID, they weren't currently working out at their studio, so they were coming to their clients' houses. And we had the whole setup, and we did a photo shoot there and shot some shots outside. And so like we did it right. I feel like if you really want to do this, you gotta like do things right. Like if an agent saw a headshot and they could tell it's on my phone, they might toss it aside. They want people who are serious about this, is what I've learned. Because if you're not serious, they'll find someone else who is. There are so many people that this is their dream job. This is what they want to do for the rest of their life. And that's great. So if you don't take it seriously, someone else will. So I'm currently just getting ready to get some drinks with one of my friends. So I just, while I was getting ready, wanted to finish talking about what I was talking about in the car. I know that audio was awful. I apologize. That was my first time ever filming in the car. I just wanted to finish talking you through my process, because who knows, maybe this is someone else's dream too and they just don't know where to start. Like, one place to start, if you're kind of serious about this, would be signing up for Backstage, because it really opens you up to a lot of opportunities. If you're willing to travel, you can put like all the locations you want to look for open casting calls. And it got me kind of comfortable communicating with some casting directors because I have had some communications before. Like, you build communication. Like for The Circle, the show on Netflix, The Circle, I went back and forth with a couple casting directors a few times just to like get my name out there so that they know me, and they told me that they were going to look at my application closer, thank me for reaching out to them. And that's what I did. I've learned that like if you have any interest in something, look up the people themselves. Like the casting directors are probably the most important part of this whole thing. And even from TikTok, I wound up on like the actors side of TikTok and got a bunch of tips, and they were like, don't only look at the casting call, look at who the casting director is, research them, see what projects they've worked on, follow them on Instagram, reach out to them, not annoy them and harass them and bother them, but reach out once, and if they answer you, great, and if not, try someone else. So I think in total I've spoken to 2 casting directors, and they pointed me in like some directions of people that I could talk to. And then once I got to like the main woman of The Circle, which I didn't fully realize that she was the head director of casting for The Circle, she only liked my message, which is fine. She still acknowledged me. She still knows I exist. But the 2 women I spoke to that were technically below her, we actually went back and forth a couple times, which I thought was really nice to them because like they're not obligated to do that. They don't have to talk to anybody. Like, I'm literally a stranger who reached out to them on the internet. And it sounds crazy, but you have to try and make connections, which is one thing that I like never fully grasped when I was supposed to be pursuing like a professional office career. That part, making connections, networking, that always made me so nervous. But networking this way for this industry makes me so excited. Like the idea that these people will DM me back or call me back or whatever it is, like makes me so excited and not want to poop my pants all the time. Because when there were networking events at school, I was just like so afraid to go, and I didn't know how to talk to these people. I don't know, I was just so afraid. But now, being in the industry I want to be in and talking to the people who in my eyes are important is exciting. So yeah, I'm excited. I kind of talked about everything that I'm doing for this email, and obviously like this email can apply to like emailing other agencies. You need to find out how other agencies prefer like forms of communication. Like this agency wanted emails. Some agencies might prefer a phone call. Like you just need to see on their website like what kind of communication they prefer. And I know I'm not only going to email one agency and then, I tried. No, I know I got to keep going, but this is my first one. So I'm just a little nervous for some reason. So I want to like see what they have to say, if they have to say anything. I also found out that there are good and bad times to reach out to agencies. Like, you don't want to reach out to them in pilot season because they're already in gear. They already have their clients that they're going to reach out to. I believe it was May and June, and I think November, December, or October, November, one of those. But specifically May and June, because we're in it now, this is off season for pilots. So this was a good time to reach out to agencies and find representation. So I was really excited about that. And just the fact that that was even a thing made me feel like this was kind of meant to be, that all the stars were aligned, that wow, it's like May and we're going into June, and I'm finally taking these steps I need to take to do what it is I want to do. The fact that the timeline is lining up, it like, I don't know, I'm like a believer in signs. Who knows, right? You never know. But the SAG and AFTRA website has a bunch of listed agencies and managers listed by location that you can look at to see which ones are approved by them. So you know it's like a legit agencies, because I feel like there are a lot of scams out there. Like if any agency asks you for money, no, that's a scam. So like you have to look out for some things. Like even on Backstage, if a job is posted and it wasn't cleared by Backstage yet, there's like this big warning at the top, like warning, like Backstage has not approved this yet. We don't know if it's legit or not. So like I feel like you always got to be careful because you just never know. Like this one show that I'm sending in the audition tape for, it's a reality show, and there's a grand prize, there's a host, there's an Instagram page, there's a website. It has the whole 9 yards, but then there's also little to no information yet. probably because they're still taking auditions, but there's no information. So I'm gonna send in my audition, but then also, if, fingers crossed, if I hear back, I have a boatload of questions. Like, where? Where is this taking place? It says 30 Days in Paradise. Where? And when? And like, what kind of show is this? Is this like a game show, a dating show? Like, what is it, you know? So they didn't really give us a lot to go on. So you just have to be careful that, like, you're not gonna get kidnapped or something. Not that you would get kidnapped, but you know, you never know. And everything I've talked about so far, whether it's what to put on your acting resume, what to put in your cover letter for a cold email, I found all my information online. So if you Google anything, and I really recommend it, you don't need a Backstage subscription, but I believe you can access their articles without a subscription, and that's where I found a lot of my help. I found monologues, I found advice. So I really don't know how many people are gonna see this. I feel like most of my viewers are my family and friends, so thank you so much. But if anybody does see this that is interested, you should do what you want to do. Like, who cares what people think? Like, every time I tell people what I'm doing, besides like my best friends, all the adults are just like, oh, good luck. And I'm like, yeah, thanks. Like, you don't need approval from anybody. I shouldn't say all. Most of the adults in my life are just like, hey, I think I shared everything I wanted to about my experience so far. This will be vlog 1 of I don't know how many of this acting journey. I hate calling it that, but I don't know what else to call it. Yeah, I think that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next week. Someone's walking by. I don't want them to see me talking to myself.